Hello and welcome once again to the lands of Barrovia. We continue our venture from last session. Where what happened again last session? Well, a few things kind of happened.
What didn't happen?
What didn't happen, indeed.
We kind of didn't make a good decision.
Yeah.
That remains to be seen.
So, we had a certain someone invite Strahd into a house for a little chat. And having had a little chat and gotten the burgomaster buried, we left the village of Barrovia and headed towards Kresk in that general direction. We came across a crossroads whereby there was a gallows there. And just as our party was leaving said gallows, they hear a strange creaking sound. As they turn around, they see a body hanging from the gallows where there was none before. This body, as it turns in the wind, is none other than our very own Gilroy. So, what would you like to do?
Does anyone else see that?
The second you that's, over there.
That can't be a good sign.
And Ravenheart just sort of blankly stares at the gallows and doesn't say anything.
Mal's gonna look between the gallows and Gilroy and Ravenheart and back at the gallows and back at Gilroy. And then she very slowly and deliberately reaches over and gives Gilroy a good hard pinch.
Oh, yes, I'm real. It's that one that's fake.
You can't be too careful.
I really hope so. I'm not sure which is right now.
Illusion?
I'm hoping so. But I don't want to be around it, though.
Just keep going.
I feel like we could keep going, but isn't this like usually the point at which ignoring it is actually worse?
Because, interfering in things worked well last time.
True. Maybe we should just leave things alone this time. I can't believe I'm saying that. Good God.
I mean, I'll flip you a gold for it.
I might actually need it.
Fine.
I suppose we can investigate the hanging me if you want.
So what are you guys going to do?
I think it's currently 2-2. Like, Apricot and Ravenheart. We're like, let's not.
What do we gain by exploring it? Other than finding something evil.
We already know this place is, rude.
True.
Flip a coin according to chat.
Mal takes out a coin from her coin purse and right. Heads we investigate, tails we leave it.
Deal.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a d6. Just because I don't have an actual d2, so sorry, chat. So evens, heads, odds, tails.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Cool. Here we go. That's a 3. So the coin comes down tails, which I think we agreed was we were going to leave it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Well,
So the coin comes down tails. Well, the coin has spoken.
Coin's on my side, so give it to me.
Mal very slowly and deliberately puts it back in her coin purse, and then she starts walking away.
I'm gonna back away from the gallows very slowly and kind of keep my eye on it. Don't trust you.
Apricot just starts walking off as well.
Okay, so we're all just walking away from this dead body hanging on the gallows.
I'm still staring. I'm not moving.
Okay. So the rest of the party start heading along the northwest road. Ravenheart, you continue.
Can I make the perception check, please, just to see how long it takes me to notice that Ravenheart's not following?
Yeah, by all means.
I mean, I feel like we probably would notice that he wasn't following anyway.
Yeah,
But...
you'd all literally be walking past him as he's still staring at the gallows.
Is it just me or is Gilroy frozen? The camera.
He's moving.
No, I'm sorry. I was reading something. I apologize.
Okay.
No, I
Speaking
think
of
you're doing
cameras,
really
mine's about to come on, so sorry, Fraser, it's about to go janky.
That's fine.
No, I think your video's just frozen on my end. Because you're.
Oh no. Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I was intently reading something. I was trying to understand it.
I mean, if you're moving now, then it's still not moving on my end. But I'm just.
Oh really? That's
Oh, there we go.
So back to the CPU issue at hand. I think it's crying for help.
No, we're good now. We're good. Sorry. Yeah, like I say, this is the first time of me using the computer, so anything can happen.
That's all right.
But we do have a.
We're always up for an adventure.
Okay, I guess if Ravenheart doesn't follow, Mal will turn around and be like, you coming?
It's not my fault he's broken this time.
I'm not a machine. I'm not broken. So, about how loud would you say that?
A normal tone of voice.
Okay,
Fat
give me 1
first.
second. Okay, Ravenheart sort of slowly comes back and starts looking around and looks at the gallows again and goes, I'm on my way, and turns around and starts sort of sprinting away from them.
Can I insight, please? Which I'm actually decent at, so... Okay, it doesn't matter because that was a 2 on the dice, so that was a 6 altogether. I incite nothing.
Can I give it a try as well, or is that not?
If
okay?
you want to.
Yeah, I'd like to. I got +5 for insight, so fairly insightful. Nope, not today though. That's an 8 for insight. Wow.
You guys are not insightful.
No, get me away from the body.
We're just standing there like, he seems to be having a bad reaction to this gallows, and we've got no idea why.
Odd.
What could the reason be? We just don't know. It's a mystery.
Yeah, so he seems to be paralysed by the sight of someone hanging from a gallows. Wonder what that could be.
I suppose it makes sense, but paralyzed with
Yeah.
fear. There's nothing to be afraid of, though. I mean, if anyone should be afraid, it should be me.
Well, really, it should have been him. But,
Well,
it's a bit late.
yeah, well, that's true. Yes.
Don't you think it's weird though? I mean, this whole thing's weird, but like, Is this Strahd? Is this him trying to mess with us because he thinks it'll be more entertaining if Gilroy's running around terrified he's gonna die, or
Probably.
Hmm.
I mean, that was what he told me.
Hmm.
We're here for entertainment. And bards are tasteless. In more ways than one. I do believe it was in more ways than one.
Hmm.
how dare you? Some of my best friends are bards.
Hey, I didn't say it. I just inferred it.
You were thinking it.
I was remembering the conversation. Anyway, shall we?
Should we continue then?
Pretty sure these guys want to get to Valaki as quick as we do.
Yeah, we're carrying on.
Okay, so continuing along the road then.
hmm
Okay, is Ravenheart going to follow, or still staring at the gallows?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
Okie dokie. So you head along the road for a little ways, and it kind of gradually disappears, and it's just replaced by this twisted, muddy path through the trees. And you can see deep ruts in the earth, being evidence of the comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist and branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. There is a clearing here, next to a river that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. 5 colourful round tents, each 10 foot in diameter, are pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-topped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, its sagging form lit from within. Near this tent, 8 unbridled horses drink from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire. The footpath continues beyond this encampment, meandering north between the river and the forest's edge. There we go. New map time.
We love a new map.
Ooh, pretty.
There we are.
Remember to update your HP, everyone.
I know, HP automatically updates. Or it should do.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, mine does on beyond.
No, from the level up.
Oh,
Not
yes, from the level up,
the
yes.
other.
So if you double click on it and update both the figures in bar 1, it will update your HP.
Sorry, say that again? Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah, thank you.
Come on, guys. I'm doing you a favour here. Those extra 5 points of health.
6.
That's right.
Yeah. 6.
There you go.
Because I have a +1 to Constitution.
What's the 15?
So I get 6.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I've actually probably got more than that then. What is my Constitution modifier? I also get 6. That's a nice surprise.
Oh, right. So, yeah.
It depends if you're rolling or if you're doing half of your dice.
Oh, it's just it's easier not to roll.
I just think the average, which is half the dice +1.
Mm-hmm.
So using a D8, it's 5 plus the Constitution means I guess 6.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, do we have Are we not using tokens for Ismark and Irina on this, or do they not matter?
They're not as important. Yeah. If such a point comes, if such a time comes as the token for them is needed, then I will put one on.
Oh boy.
Cool. So So Apricot will turn to Ismark and be like, are these people cool, or what's all this place?
Just going to raise both eyebrows as Apricot turns to Ismark, and you can clearly see her thinking, oh, now you care about the man's opinion. She doesn't say this, but her facial expression is conveying it.
I mean, you wouldn't guess that that Apricot has high charisma with the way that I can't speak. But yeah.
I mean, maybe they might know something about our friends hanging dead, even though he's clearly alive problem.
You call it
probably know a little bit more. I hope.
Depends which side they're on, whether they're gonna, whether you're gonna hate them because they're with Strahd or not.
Hate is a very strong word. I prefer to use the term understandably suspicious. But I'm understandably suspicious of pretty much everyone I meet, so,
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Mal just slowly raises a thumbs up at Apricot and smiles.
Does Mark reply to Apricot's question?
Sorry, what was the question?
She was basically trying to ask if these people were cool or with Strahd, or what. What's the deal with them?
I'm afraid I do not know. The Vistani have always been kind to us previously.
Shall we keep going?
Mal's going to wander over to the caravans.
Of course, yes. So as you get within eye shot of the Vistani, one of them kind of looks over at you and, oh, hello! Have you come to join us? Have a drink! And a flask is thrust into your hand.
Okay, she takes it. I'm going to say no to a drink. She doesn't drink from it yet, but it's nice to feel included.
Sign. We were supposed to be here. I'll walk over and. Ooh, hello.
Hi, hello there. Oh, and a flask is also thrust into your hand as well.
Oh, thank you. The gallows outside your camp.
Gallows?
Did you build? Yes, you know the gallows.
Oh, by the road.
Yes. Do people hang there often?
Yeah, those gallows haven't been used in years.
Interesting. Do I suppose there's ever any, supernatural occurrences?
Supernatural, you say? Do you know where you are?
I figured it was a stupid question, but I mean, to do with the gallows specifically, I mean, is there much spooky in that happens there?
Not that I've heard.
Interesting. So, say there's not been any stories or nothing of people hanging there who are very much still with us in the land of the living. Asking for a friend, quite literally.
No.
Interesting. And Mal sort of takes a sip of her drink. What is she drinking? Out of interest, what does it taste like going down?
Wine. It's wine. It's very good wine as well.
Ooh.
Good wine? Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Clerk's Ludlow.
So Apricot's not immediately in with the rest. She's kind of going around the other side and just kind of keeping an eye out, but she doesn't want to be thrust upon with drinks.
Mal's having a great time. So you been camped here long then?
Oh, for a few months.
It must be a fairly safe place then.
Well, I don't know about safe, but
standards.
we can take care of our own, if you know what I mean.
I think I do. Know much about the road ahead? We're escorting some people to the next town over. Be nice to know if there's any dangers we should keep an eye out for.
Stay on the road.
Good advice.
That's good to know.
If you want to know about your path, you should see Madam Ava.
Madam who?
Ava. She's our seer. She will read your fortunes.
That
I mean-
sounds like fun.
Couldn't hurt.
He mentions Madame Ava. Is he suggesting where she might be?
Not
Or is he
suggesting
just
where she may
mentioning her
be. He's just mentioned that you should see Madam Ava. Yeah.
So
Does
she's
she
not
know
around
how
the
to out of
campfire.
Barovia?
No, all of the ones around the campfire are all male. We don't see any females inside at this point in time.
Would she happen to know a way out of Barovia? Perhaps.
Out of Barrovia, you say? Why would you want to leave this wonderful place?
Well, that happens. We're not actually from here, and I don't know about my good friends here, but I've got some business that needs seeing to back home. Quite like to be getting back to it if it's all possible.
Only Strahd decides who leaves this place.
Yeah, I was afraid you'd say that. You do this often then? Pull people in and then decide he's not going to let them out again?
Oh, every now and again, some people happen by.
Don't suppose you know what happened to them?
Well, have yourselves a seat, I'll tell you a tale.
Oh dear.
That'll herself in for an exchange of stories.
I am going to be very sad, aren't I?
Well, tempting, but no. So yeah,
I was put it past you to tell them the tale that we both know that I'm thinking of.
yeah, there wouldn't be really any way of the Vistani knowing about that. So yeah, but yeah, no. So he'll gesture for you to all come and take a seat, and he'll top up the flasks of anyone who's running low on wine. And even if you're not running low on wine, he'll literally top up your flask anyways and make sure it's up to the brim.
He's a generous man. We like him.
And as he says about this tale, the music stops as everyone kind of comes in to listen to this tale. As if it's a tale he's told a few times and everyone knows it, and they all still enjoy hearing it, essentially. So he sits you all down, and mighty wizard came to this land about a year ago now. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing now. Very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barrovia against the Devil Strahd. Stirred them up with thoughts of revolt, he did, and bore them to the castle en masse. When that vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. Few stood their ground, and never seen again. The wizard and that vampire, though, they cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft itself to the precipice overlooking these falls right here. I saw the battle with my own eyes, I did. Thunder struck the mountainside. Great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard, yet by his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. When that Devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic couldn't save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. Climbed down the river myself looking for the wizard's body, see if, he had anything of value, of course. But the river had already spirited him away.
So his body was never found then?
Not by me, not by anyone I know.
That's possible.
Interesting.
It could be a lie.
Mal making a mental note in the back of her head where, like, if she was an academic, which she's not, it would look something like wizard, bullet points, possible undead, question mark. No body,
God.
underline.
Meanwhile, can I point out that Apricot is not listening to the story at all? And she's sneaking and
Sneaking,
kind of
you say?
poking her head in caravans and tents and stuff and, like, wanting to
Okay.
find this Madame Ava person.
This seems like a cool idea.
Uh-huh. Okie dokie.
I've been, not used the out-of-character knowledge of where she is on this map. Start, kind of poke her head in here, nothing, and then would move to this tent, and then move to this tent, depending on what happens.
Yeah, depending on what happens indeed. So, the first tent, you come across one Vistani female sitting in that tent. It looks like, she has her back to you, but it looks like she's currently working on fixing something.
Hello? I'm looking for a Madame Ava? Apparently she knows the future or something.
Oh, Madame Ava's in the big tent by the river, dearie.
Ah, thank you. Okay then. We go to the big tent by the river.
Okie dokie. Cool.
Kind of
So yeah.
pokes her head in.
So the big tent by the river. So you see within this tent magic flames casting a reddish glow over the interior of the tent, revealing a low table covered in a black velvet cloth, and glints of light seem to flash from a crystal ball on a table as a hunched figure peers into its depths. A crone speaks. Her voice crackles like dry weeds. At last you have arrived. Why don't you come take a seat, apricots? And you can
You guys are actually, like, knowing me.
s-
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of creepy.
So where are your friends, dearie?
Getting drunk.
I see.
Probably.
Perhaps we should invite them in. This fortune I must give you affects you all.
I mean, they're not actually my friends. That's what I told Strahd, and I'm going to tell you that as well.
And yet your fates are linked, dear girl.
Yeah, again, not my choice. We literally just woke up in the forest together. I want to go home.
So,
I mean, someone's going to have to actually pull. Mal is quite happy to sit here socialising with the Vistani for as long as it takes. Like, she's probably halfway through spinning a yarn about, like, one of her own exploits by this point.
yeah. So, I mean, the Vistani will eventually lead you to Madame Ava's tent if you sit there long enough. Because they've essentially been told by Madame Ava to expect you guys, hence you were welcomed and given wine. So yeah, at some point they will lead you.
Apricot's sitting there for?
Apricot's probably sitting there for a while. And Madame Ava just says, "I'll be along shortly, dear."
And we can't have a conversation without them, because it's going to be really boring. Especially the short one.
So ultimately, so you guys
I think it's really funny how most of the hostility in this relationship comes from Apricot's side.
Pretty much.
This is extremely funny to me.
So ultimately, you guys will be led across to Madame Ava's tent, and you're all greeted by name by Madame Ava.
Apricot is already there and looking rather bored.
as she invites you all to take a seat. And there are seats enough for everyone.
Mal takes a seat, and then she kind of like cocks her head at Madame Ava, and she's like, "So like the knowing my name before I give it thing. Not sure I'm a fan, but suppose it does make sense."
Yes, you always were a curious one, Malika.
Guilty as charged, and she somehow still managed to hang on to the flask, and she kind of tips it in Madame Ava's direction.
How do you know so much, Madame Eva?
I see things. I can tell you your fortunes, dearie.
Can we finally get on with it now?
There it is. So, she has sitting beside her a deck of cards. And let's just see if this will work. She deals them out in a pattern. Like thus. Have I got a grid on here?
Should be.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a grid on this one because grids
I mean,
off.
I can't see a grid, but I don't know if that's because it's just invisible.
Yeah, it seems to be snapping to a grid, and it really shouldn't. That's just it. I don't want a grid. It's snapping to a grid, and it shouldn't. Anyways, yeah. So she. No, I need the other way.
Yeah, because there isn't a grid.
Shuffle that one. So this is where it gets really interesting. There we go.
Whenever you say the words "really interesting," I can feel like the sort of Kill Bill siren starting to go off in my head.
So
Yeah.
she deals out these cards like so, and I need to make sure I've got the right one. Oh, there we go. And then I'm going to need actually something else. Oh, my computer's starting to run slow. No, don't do that.
But it's like it knows that you're about to do a Tarokka reading, and it's just like, no, he doesn't need his CPU for that.
Right, there we go. Okay. Put you over there, put you over here. I had everything laid out exactly where I wanted it, and everything's moved. Right, there we go. So, she takes this card to the left, and she says to you, "This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy." And I can't even say that because I'm zoomed out too far. Ah, the Conjurer. The 9 of Stars. I see a dead village, drowned by the river, ruled by one who has brought great evil into the world. I suspect what you seek is in Baba Lysaga's domain. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. The soldier, the 3 of Swords. Go to the mountains and climb the white tower, guarded by gold knights. There you will find a great and powerful trinket. This one is a card of great power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. Aha, the traitor. The 9 of glyphs. And the 9 of glyphs, look for a wealthy woman, a staunch ally of the devil. She keeps her treasure under lock and key with the bones of an ancient enemy. You should find what you seek in the Wakta house. And this card will shed light on one who will greatly help you in the battle against darkness. And that's the wrong card. Haha! This one.
It's the devil himself.
Strahd's going to help us against Strahd?
He's his own worst enemy. We've connected the dots.
Are you able to post all of this information in chat later on?
It will be, yes. I'll be updating chat with everything.
Okay, cool. I'm writing most of
we
it
need
down,
to
but I missed a bunch of it.
I just need to make sure I've
You can
got.
just make a handout like you did last time, can't you?
What's that?
You made a handout
Yeah.
last time and just put it
that's kind of cool.
for 20.
Okay, cool.
Like,
Okay.
like there's a letter in there at the minute.
That one I don't
Okay,
need
cool.
anymore. That one I don't need anymore.
Yeah, there was a couple of things I wanted to write down that I missed. But,
Yeah, I've totally.
3 I don't need. Make sure I've got them all up. There we go. Right. The trader. The traders indeed. And then of course I've got to find, because these ones are a little bit harder to find. Where is it?
do you mean traitor or trader?
Trader, like trader of,
Like a seller or
like
somebody-
a seller, like a salesman.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Hang on. Trader. Is that
Didn't he already
wrong?
say traitor?
No,
Trader?
traitor like betrayal, and trader like person who trades things for money.
Oh, they were
No,
both
I know.
under. Okay, cool.
And so I'm saying, hasn't he already mentioned the first one? And now he's mentioning the second.
Yeah. I believe
Yes, so the traitor was the 9 on the right hand side, so that's where the weapon is hidden. So that there's the woman who is connected to Strahd, who has a weapon hidden in her house. So that's the traitor.
The interesting
And
thing.
the trader we haven't heard about yet.
Yeah, the interesting thing is the trader shouldn't be in this deck for some reason. We'll use that one because that's a different card. The Executioner then. I've seen that one. Where did I see that one? The Executioner.
What's the deck version of loaded dice? Because I want to make it. I want to make that joke, but I can't remember.
I think stack the deck.
Stacked
is,
deck, yeah.
Yeah. Give me a stacked deck.
Hang on,
Give
what?
me a stack deck.
Going from the high deck, the 4th card. Hang on. Strahd's enemy is.
Eventually, we'll get around to that.
Eventually, we will. Yes, once I
I
figure
like to
out.
imagine that Madame Ava's just sitting here, like, kind of like getting whatever the clairvoyant version of blue screening is at the minute, like she's buffering.
Yeah.
Right.
Mental.
Let's put these in the correct
I'm just
order.
gonna everyone, this is happening. Like, yeah, she was doing this for like 3 hours while you were getting intoxicated.
Fix your Wi-Fi connection, Madam Ava.
Right, Executioner.
And has Apricot not heard of
There it is.
socialising? Like, she's not really...
What part of locked in the house don't you understand?
I know, but surely she's read books.
A wire connection to the spirit realm is preferred, but wireless is possible.
So she says here, seek out the brother of the devil's bride. They call him the Lesser, but he has a powerful soul.
Strahd has a brother.
No, his bride has a brother, apparently.
The devil's bride, the brother of the devil's bride.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which, yeah, is interesting to draw that card. Yeah.
That's not good.
And this card, as she turns over the last one, your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. I see a secret place, a vault of temptation hidden behind a woman of great beauty. The evil waits atop his tower of treasure.
Huh.
And there is your
Well, I'm
Tarokka
fairly
reading.
confused. And I'll take another sip of my wine.
So, this sort of thing is a bit new to me. Are we allowed to ask questions?
Oh yeah. Yes, dearie, you may ask. I may not be able to answer.
Can't shut her
So-
up usually.
So, first of all, Strahd's got a brother-in-law.
Ah, that one, dearie, is a little more complicated. You will
Yes.
need to seek out knowledge of the ancient to get a proper answer. But the one you seek is closer than you may think.
Right.
I'm going to look at all the party members.
This is me asking out of character because Mal will have retained this information, but I did not. But there was the conjurer card said that the place we were looking for was located in the realm of, and I can't remember the name. What was the name of the dude?
Let's have a look here. Bring up my book. So, card reading.
I tried to write it down as you were speaking, but then my ears did not pick up the actual name, and I was like, that's not going to be helpful.
I mean, once it's all like written up in a way that we can read it at leisure, will be more helpful. But you know,
Yes,
Yeah.
I need to pump her for information now.
like, gotta give patient, chance to do it. He may be playing a vampire, but as far as I know, he's currently human.
Alright,
As far as you know.
so,
Well, he hasn't tried to drink my blood in any previous instances.
Well, we're all locked out. Yeah.
so which one was it? The Conjurer one?
The Conjurer, yeah. It was something about how there's a town
Nine
in
of
the realm
Swords.
of,
Walk the house?
and I forgot what the realm was.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, yeah.
The Nine of Swords. Hang on, no, that's the Nine of Stars.
No,
not
Conjurer's Nine of
Gold.
Stars.
Yes, Nine of Stars, there it is. Babalai Saga. Yes.
Yes, how does one spell that?
So it's BABA,
Allah Saga?
and then separate word LYSAGA.
Wow.
Okay, right. That now I can actually pass that.
The
in.
realm
Okay,
of Babalai
thank you.
Saga.
Oh, I don't like that.
Said something about a mountain, climbing a mountain. What mountain would that be?
I know. Well, actually, I need the Barrovia map for that one because yeah.
If they give us a direction after Valaki.
So in this land, you can kind of see as you've been walking around, you have a mountain to the north and a mountain to the south. So that's kind of common knowledge, essentially, in there.
Yeah.
And when you ask Madam Eva which mountain, she says, well, that, dearie, would be Mount Gakis, the southernmost mountain.
Good to know.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much deadly peril is there involved in climbing that mountain?
Oh, there is death all around you, dearie. Death and danger besiege you.
I like this place less and less.
One of you has already received an omen. And she literally looks right at Gilroy at that point.
Oh.
Mal kind of sits there like, yeah, about that. Could you shed some light on that for us? Like, is that like a set in stone kind of thing, or is this a warning that we can avoid?
You travel with one who would be Strahd's bride. At this point in time, he searches for it. He wants to take her to his castle.
And that's one of us?
Not one of you, dear.
Think she means
It-
Irina.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, forgot about that. Okay.
I had that suspicion since he said the wife for the first time. I was thinking, so he's attacked her a bunch of times, but he hasn't turned her, and now it's about her brother, which we also met.
Wait, hang on. But if Irina is the one that Strahd wants to make his bride, then the executioner card must be Ismark, right? In this reading.
Now you're following, dearie.
Oh.
So Ismark is going to be some sort of key player in this.
Oh, fun.
Interesting. All right.
Oh. So does that mean, okay, I'm probably wrong with this, but does that mean that Ismark is Strahd's brother-in-law?
If they, if
They
he
are not
actually
married yet. He would claim her as his bride, but has yet to accomplish his goal, and you are putting yourself in mortal peril by trying to take that away from him.
Hey, he wanted entertainment. We're giving him entertainment.
Well, that's true. Okay. What else? You mentioned the Wakta house. Where would we find that?
Yes, I always forget which one that's in. Give me just a moment. Where's my search?
Just trying to get as much information as I can.
There it is. Search. No, that's not the right spelling at all. No, that's not it either. Areas of Falaki. St Andrews. Blue Water Inn. Yes, that would be within the town of Valaki, where you are presently heading.
Perfect. Thank you.
Not sure how I feel about the fact that there's a powerful ally of Strahd in the town which we're taking the person that Strahd wants to marry to. But
Allies
good
of
to be
Strahd
forewarned, I
are all
suppose.
over this land. He controls this land. Everything within his dominion. Well, he knows what goes on within his lands. He is probably watching you right this second.
Because that's not creepy at all.
I figured that there would be something like that happening when he's talking about using us for entertainment. And, the standing on the wall, turning into bats thing when we got here. It's all a bit much, isn't it? So this Babalai saga, that's a name to avoid if I ever heard one. What can you tell us about her?
She can be found in the ruins of Berez.
Anything we should know before we wander into her realm.
If you meet Baba Lysaga, pray you don't.
Good to know.
So we can see her run. Gotcha.
You may need a map to locate Baba Lysaga's realm. I happen to have such a map.
Oh,
A
we
map
want
of
one of those for a
Barovia.
while.
Sorry, no.
You know.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
So she's basically saying that she has a map.
Apricot's like, well, yeah, we want these for a while. And kind of just like, gimme.
Is it a map of Barovia?
It is, dearie.
No, I didn't know if it was.
It reveals
Guess I was
all
gonna
the
say.
places of this land, including Berez. Oh, we lost.
I was wondering when Discord would drop me this week.
So it hasn't dropped me yet.
Yeah, she basically has a rolled up map which she takes out from a box behind her. And she turns to all of you and there will be a price for such a map, of course.
Gold? Zibs? What do you want?
Neither currency will do you good for this purchase. What I require is something that each of you holds dear. Something with a personal connection.
Hey, Strahd already has baby. I don't know what else you want.
What is it that you want? Kind of a personal connection.
Something that you have an emotional attachment to.
I'm not sure this is worth it.
Character, can I ask, does this have to be something which we've already said that we possess on our character sheet, or are we allowed to make something up now?
You could make something up. This is going to be like a small trinket, essentially. Something that has like sentimental value, essentially, but no real world value at all.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to check that. Okay. Okay. I think I've got something. No, skill-wise, got something.
No, go ahead, please.
Okay. Mal was kind of expecting there to be a price because, like, she is deeply cynical, despite the fact that she, so far, has been the only one in this party who has gone out of her way to help people. Okay, actually, Gilroy and Ravenheart are also included in this.
Hey, I killed the guy's son. Come on now.
It's true. Yeah, you did. You did do that. Ravenheart is the purest member of this party. Also. But yes, so she's deeply cynical. So she's been kind of waiting for there to be another shoe dropping. As soon as she walked in the cab, basically, and someone handed her a glass of wine, she was like, this is going to be good, but it's also going to be, we're going to pay for it later. So this is just kind of, she's just standing here like, okay, yeah, here it is. So after a moment of deliberation, she kind of like sighs and she sort of like takes off a sort of like small pendant, and she hands it to Madam Ava. Fraser, I'm going to send you a DM.
Mm-hmm.
DM the DM.
Yeah.
DM section. Ravenheart will reach into his backpack, procure a small notebook, and rip a page out of it, fold it up, and sort of slide it over the table. There is also a DM incoming from me.
Sorry, I gotta take a look at my character sheet for a second. Oh, no, not a character sheet. Where did I put that? Sorry, just give me 1 second. I apologize. I'm getting something.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Cool. So she
So,
takes a necklace from Malika, and she holds it between her hands and closes her eyes, and then she nods after a few seconds. This will do nicely, dear. And then puts it into a small box that just seems to appear from nowhere on her table. And she picks up the piece of paper and also does the same thing with that. And then after a few seconds, places that into the box as well. And then looks from Gilroy to Apricot. What have you dearies got to offer?
Gilroy kind of will open his shirt and pull out a gold cross. It's a little very tiny, it's not very big, but I mean it's got a little ruby in the center. He pulls it off and he kind of stares at it for a second, and his eyes kind of well up, and then he hands it over.
Cool.
Please be careful with it, please.
Yeah. So she'll do the same thing with that as well, between her hands, and then that also goes into the box on the table. And then she looks across meaningfully to Apricot. And you, dearie?
I don't have anything.
You may want to check your pocket. And I'm going to send you a quick DM. My turn to send out a DM. Because I figured you, yeah. So I have an idea.
Oh, it's bad when the DM sends the DM.
A super team.
DM sliding into your DMs. What horrors will he create?
I mean, rude.
He seems happy this is back.
Cool.
Apricot just puts her hand in her pocket, and I'm gonna do a roll to see how well she hides what she finds.
Oh, something else as well, just to add to that, because this is, yeah.
Oh dear. Well, yeah, that was kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
That's why I'm rolling to see if she can hide her expression on facts. And she can't, because Cloud's dice suck. So she looks rather shocked at what she finds there, and then kind of just like... Oh! Probably not worth the map.
Your friend.
Mal like shoots Apricot a dirty look at that point. She says, I mean, we all gave something up.
And that was yours. That was your loss.
I'm just saying, so the person who can't cast away a trinket in a time of need is probably not going to survive very long in here.
To Matt. Ismark said we could get one in Valaki. Could probably give him coin for it instead.
Ismark said there'll probably be one in Valaki.
Yeah. I know not. Out of character, I know there won't be. But in character, April doesn't know this. and she's being apricot, and she's just like attached to said trinket that wasn't in her pocket until a moment ago.
Cool. So, Madam Eva rests this map down on the table, and she holds her hands over it, and she very quietly mutters something to herself, and you feel an arcane rising, this really magical aura to the air, and a really powerful one as well. You feel that this is someone you really don't want to mess with, this woman. But you see the map starts to glow, and as it does, it becomes almost too bright to even look at for a few seconds. And then it just disappears. The glow disappears, and she hands the map over to Malika.
Malika takes the map and she nods, and she goes, thanks. You will take good care of what I gave you, yeah?
I will, dearie.
Alright. Well, got ourselves a map, lads. And she's immediately going to sort of like start looking at the map and examining it for all the places I've been mentioned in the reading.
So, let's do this and that. Doop. Legacy lighting. What? Oh dear. Okay. It looks as though my subscription to Roll20 has disappeared. And so you'll probably be able to see the full map.
Oh yeah.
Because dynamic lighting is gone. Oh well, never mind.
Alas.
But yeah, so there is the full map
Not
of
anyway.
Barrovia with place names on. There are a few missing, but I can give you the names of those that are missing, because they should really be there.
Yeah,
But yeah.
you can just add them in.
Yeah, I'll do that off stream, essentially, because there's a few in there.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not there. So yeah, the map lies in front of you there, fully laid out. However, Apricot,
I knew that was coming.
this is a blank bit of paper to you.
I knew that was coming. I knew it. I knew it. And she just kind of looks at it and then just looks at Matt again and just like kind of shrugs like, fair enough.
So
She
yeah.
understands magic. She gets the. And she's intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
She gets it.
Yeah, so the other three can see this map perfectly fine. You don't even see anything wrong with it. You don't sense anything magical about it or nothing. But yeah, the Apricot sees just a blank bit of paper. And Madame Eva gestures towards the doorway of the tent. Unless there's anything else, dearies, I will let you get back to the party and the celebrations.
Celebrating what?
Life, dearie,
Yes, what is
life.
Life. Doesn't seem to be enough life.
Not being funny, but like, have you ever been to a party before?
Me.
We celebrate
genuinely, I'm
every
asking.
day.
Cleric parties are not usually this lively. There's a lot of chanting and
I mean,
hoods.
depends what you class as a party, I suppose.
Well, that's true, yes.
I mean, like a place where people come together and like have fun, drinking and dancing and telling stories and generally enjoying life.
Don't often have that in our order. Grave cleric.
I think I've been in a group of people more than like 4 or 5, maybe?
Well, we get together in large groups. It's just there's not often a lot of enjoyment.
Depends how many
We're usually rather
people come
morose.
when my father invites them for dinner.
Mal kind of looks between the two of you and then she sort of nods to herself and she's like, right, okay, well, that is going to change today, my friends.
How many people do I have to explain this to? We are not friends. We are people who woke up in the forest together and cannot go home.
Well, maybe we can become friends.
put aside your just like general hostility towards me. Point is, we're in a death world. We may as well enjoy things where we can, because I think we've got a literal vampire hunting us. This might be the last chance you ever get to have a party. Do you want to die never having gone to a party in your life?
That is a good point.
I'm not really bothered. I just want to go home. Seems like a lot of effort.
Well, you can. It's your choice. I'm not going to force you. But I am going to go and sit by the fire and have something to eat and drink. And Mal's going to leave the tent, and she's going to go and do just that.
Yeah, your will follow.
Ravenheart's been very quiet through the entire.
Let's just say that's thanks to past events, but Ravenheart will stay in the tent and sort of look at other woman and go, are you able to talk to spirits, perhaps?
Not from this realm, dearie.
So, from other realms, then?
Yeah, she means not. She can't talk to spirits from within this realm. This realm is essentially a locked demi-plane. No contact with the outside of this realm.
And he sort of nods solemnly and then leaves the tent.
Apricot just gives her another look and she's like, "Ugh, whatever. And just kind of leaves.
As you're kind of turning around to leave, you do hear one last thing from her. That ring will not provide you much comfort in this land, dearie.
Yeah. Well, let's see about that. When I get home.
Cool. So you're all now back outside. So about maybe an hour has passed with all of the time that's been happening. What would you like to do?
What time is it?
What time was it you left? I think it was late afternoon because you haven't had a long rest yet, have you? No, you have.
because we slept in the house and then we went and did the funeral.
The funeral, yes.
And then
left straight
Yeah,
after.
we had a long rest. Then there was.
I made some bad decisions.
Yes.
Shut up.
So the entire funeral process probably took about an hour, and then it's been about since then about 3 hours, maybe it's about like late morning, about 11, maybe 12 o'clock.
Alright.
Oh, so it's lunchtime anyway, is what you're saying. So
Apricot's not gonna bother with the party. Basically just gonna sit away from everybody else and just kind of watch the tent to see if Madame Eva leaves or just, sits in there or not.
Madame Eva doesn't leave. She sits in the tent, stays in the tent.
So what is the party like? Like, is it just a case of there's music and people dancing and stuff, or what's happening? What's this party like?
There's a few people on various instruments. You can get the accordion there and a lute and such, and there's people literally singing and dancing, and a lot of drinking going on. A lot of drinking.
Are they playing any drinking games?
No, they're mostly just singing and dancing. Yeah.
Okay.
And literally, the second that you can't see any alcohol in the flask, even if it's like half empty or that, your flask gets topped up again.
Nice. Okay, yeah, Mal's gonna join in some dancing.
Cool.
Ravenheart will sort of go past the fire that was in the sort of center square, sit down near the edge on against one of those trees, get his notebook and start drawing. And I have a
Okay.
good feeling you know exactly what I'll be drawing.
Yep. It won't be the same, but yep. Yeah.
Same, but
So,
We're just gonna sit on a log by the fire and just kind of watch everybody dancing and singing.
yeah. So I mean, I had an idea of something for each of you in case you couldn't think of something or anything like I did with Apricot. But yeah, that was good. So yeah, you were able to join in the dancing and singing and that as long as you want, really. If you stay
I was
there,
going to try and get Gilroy to dance.
No.
Oh, come on! You might never get a chance to dance again.
No. Very well. I'll stand up and start to kind of just.
Oh, she's going to pull him into like a proper jig. There's no art to it, but it's like it's a proper jig.
oh hey. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so after about maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, Ismark kind of coughs a little bit and says, perhaps we should be on our way. We do need to get to Kresk before, Vallaki, before sundown. I don't like the idea of being out in these woods when that happens.
Gilroy rolled a 6 for performance, so he's not dancing very, very well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm king of the world!
But is he enjoying himself? Because that was Mal's main object here.
Yes.
That it's been successful.
Very much. Ooh. Hey, yeah. So Ismark suggests that that you need to head off already. And yeah, so are you all going to be heading off or continuing partying or?
No, I think when Bismarck comes over, Mal is going to sort of like. It's because I keep thinking of like history. There's a famous guy called Bismarck, and so my brain like was dredging up this information I haven't used since GCSE and being like, oh yes, Bismarck, that guy. No, Amy.
Pretty sure there's a ship called Bismarck as well.
That's what I thought, yeah.
There's a few
Probably.
things called Bismarck in history. Yeah, I remember the name, but not what it relates to.
Anyway, Ismark, when Ismark says this thing, Mal will drag herself away from the party because, yeah, he's right. As they're getting ready to go, she kind of nudges him a little bit and she clears her throat and she's like, so heard something interesting about Vallaki. Apparently there's a really powerful enemy of Strahd there. Are you sure that's where you want to take your sister?
Vallaki is a walled town. It is safe, I'm sure. There are allies of the devil all over the place, but surely in a walled town it would be safer than a small village with the castle overlooking it.
I mean, can't argue with your logic, but it's just Madame Ava, she said so apparently there's a wealthy woman lives over in Vallaki. Don't know if that means anything to you, but apparently she's in good with Strahd. Just thought someone should tell you.
Can you think of anywhere else you would like to take Arena rather than Vallaki?
So you will
Anywhere at all.
recall that the priest Donovich did suggest perhaps the town of Kresk with the Abbey of St. Markovia. He suggested that might be a safe haven. Because the Abbey of St. Markovia is known within these lands to be a haven of good, essentially.
That sounds promising. Certainly much more than Vallaki.
Are we crowded around the map at this point? We're just imagining like a little circle of people like, where do we go?
So you will actually see on the map itself the town of Vallaki. The road itself goes straight through the town of Vallaki to get to Kresk. So Kresk is over on the left-hand side of the map, and Vallaki is just underneath Lake Zarovich.
Is it possible to go around Vallaki rather than through it?
You don't see a pathway around it, but you could go through the woods, although you have the Vistani's warning of sticking to the road.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
we could always stay overnight in Vallaki. I mean, what could happen in one night, right?
That's the worst that could happen. With me as DM, quite a bit.
I mean, I know this. I mean, there's 5 of us, and you know, if we take it in shift,
True.
spend one night there, refuel, journey on to Kresk.
We don't seem to have too many options at this point.
I mean, I'd rather sleep inside a town than out here where there's werewolves and that, you know?
That is very true. That is very true indeed.
So what's the
Seems
plan then,
safe.
guys?
Well, we should at least try to head to Vallaki. I mean, it seems regardless of whether we're staying in Vallaki or going through to Kresk, we have to go towards that direction anyway.
Yeah.
If you say so.
Well, what would you like to do?
I don't know what it says.
No? Okay. Well, that's true. You can't see it.
Yep.
Very well. Let's head to Vallaki and then we'll decide on the way, as we seem to be doing quite often.
Oh no, that's a very long path there.
Okay. So you head off, and the Vistani will make sure that you have water skins filled with wine for your journey. So yeah, you each have a water skin of wine.
Wonderful.
And you get to this point here, and you.
Can I just point out before we leave that Apricot will have poked her head, literally just her head, not stepped in, but poked her head into Madame Ava's tent to see if she's still there, and then
She is still there.
assuming she just kind of notices she's still there, and then just kind of ducks back out again. Doesn't say anything.
Okay. Cool.
Also, a quick Knight's side note. As we leave the camp, Ravenheart will completely enter his empty his water skin down his throat.
Okay.
Enter his Jesus.
Yeah, and it will get refilled.
Quite impressed.
He nods at the person refilling it and just like a very appreciative nod.
Mal looks impressed at the way that he managed to like completely neck that like with his beak. Like she's just kind of watching him do it. She's sort of like
That is a skill.
Then Venom would be very impressed as well if they, if they were also here.
Mal's making like a mental list of things to tell Venom when they met each other. So like, and Ravenheart wanted a whole skin of wine.
So
And it was incredible. You should have been there.
Apricot has not touched her wine, but she will probably be giving it to Venom when they finally meet back up again. Unless somebody else needs it first.
So yeah.
I might appreciate some wine.
So you get to the kind of T-junction here, and you notice there's a bridge across the river again to your right, which is obviously, as you three know, the direction towards Kresk. And it takes you about, I don't know, maybe an hour or so to get to another fork in the road. And this fork in the road. There we are. If everyone could just make a perception check for me.
Boy, what dice shall I use? None of the dice have been good to me today, but
I don't trust my dice. I'm using D&D Beyond. Perception, you said, correct?
Perception, yes.
14.
14.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm quite good at perception, so. Oh, that was actually quite a good roll. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, we'll take the first one. I accidentally sent it twice.
Unnatural 20.
So that was a 23 altogether.
18 for me.
Gilroy's still a little bit drunk.
Apparently being drunk increases Malika's perception.
Okay, so those with over 15, you notice off in the distance towards the east, in the air, seems to be a horse with a rider. And the horse has flames for a mane and a tail. And
Run!
the rider is a very familiar looking person by now. It is indeed Strahd, atop a horse that is flying in the air towards you.
Just quickly out of character, I realized I could figuratively and literally flip him the bird.
Yep.
I will not do that because I like my life. But
Interestingly enough, this is exactly the same point at which Nat flipped in the bird last time. So yeah, it will be interesting.
I'm kind of sad that Nat's not here for this bit, so I was waiting for Venom to do it and have Nat repeat herself flipping Strahd the bird at the exact same point in the campaign.
That would be interesting.
I just remembered my passive perception is 15, so.
Yeah, then you would see it as well.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Okay, as soon as Mal sees this, she looks to Ismark and his sister, whose name I keep forgetting, Irina. And she looks and she's like, you two run now.
So neither of them run. They basically ready their weapons. Now we will stand and fight.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's after your sister.
Yeah.
There can be no escape in the open.
And what
Alright,
point?
and I guess in that case, Mal's going to sigh deeply and draw her bow.
Yeah. Irina will also add, I will not die fleeing for my life. Because she doesn't understand that Strahd wants to take her. She thinks that Strahd wants to kill her.
You do realize he wanted to kill you. He would have done it already either of the other two times? Like, he's bitten you twice and not killed you. This has got to mean that he doesn't want to kill you.
He wants to marry you.
So she
Drop that bombshell while she's pulling it
out. She's literally in a defensive stance at this point, ready and waiting.
And I wasn't going to go that far, but
Gilroy's gonna hold out his hand, and he'll cast Produce Flame. There'll be a little ball of flame in his hand, kind of wait and ready.
Cool. Okay.
Mal kind of like mutters to him, sort of like, the horse is on fire, yeah?
flame puppy!
Well, I'm not.
Yep.
God.
I can't not.
It's a reaction. I'm sorry.
It's alright, I just thought someone should let you know.
Hey.
Threw a fireball.
Threw flame at the fire horse. Yeah.
What if I throw
Yeah.
it at Strahd?
He's
What's the
riding
fire
a
horse
horse,
to
it's
block
on
it?
fire.
I'll close the hand and close off the fire.
I mean, fire
Fine.
types are resistant to fire.
How long do we have until Strahd? Like, does it look like he's going to slow down before he gets to us? Like he's planning to negotiate, or is he just literally coming for us, like our whole lives, kind of thing?
It looks like he's planning on landing about maybe 50 feet away from you guys.
Okay, Mal's not going to do anything yet then, but she is just going to keep standing there with her bow ready to fire if need be.
Cool. Also, you will note that while looking at your map, the road to that way leads to Castle Ravenloft.
Of course it does.
Yes. So that castle there at the end
there
is
like a
Castle
little
Ravenloft.
sign? It says Ravenloft this way, Blocky this way.
There might be actually. There might actually be.
Oh.
Is it like one of those really sort of like the sort of signs, the sort of wooden
like,
ones?
oh yeah. Yeah, the lettering is like black and kind of like misshapen. And...
yeah, actually, there is no signpost
Slightly wonky.
on this junction.
Oh, there's none. Okay.
You do notice, however, that the road to the east is a lot wider, and you can see kind of patches of cobblestone, suggesting that this eastern branch was once a very important thoroughfare. They put a lot of work into maintaining the road and such. But yeah, you'd know from the map that is where Castle Ravenloft is, in that direction. So yeah, Strahd lands from his horse, and he dismounts and starts walking towards you. Ah, you have brought my bride to me. How thoughtful.
Actually, we were just passing through, so I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you got the wrong end of the stick, mate.
No, I don't think that will be happening. She will be coming with
what are our
me.
options?
Your options are: I leave with Irina and you carry on your merry way, or I kill you and I leave with Irina and you don't carry on your merry way.
That would have been my guess.
I don't like those terms. Do you like those terms?
Ravenheart will sort of look at the group and go, we are trying to protect her, yes?
Yeah, I don't think this is something we're gonna win.
That was a hell of a fight. I've just opened up my combat tracker, and the last two NPC details I had in there, the enemy details, Tiamat, Zariel. That was a good encounter.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago, yes. Shows how long it's been since I've had to run a serious encounter.
Since the last time you've been a DM.
That was a very fun encounter.
Jace did not deserve that happy ending. Still okay with it.
I'm not.
Is there no one else? Is there no one else that you can take for your bride?
Mal kind of like shoots Gilroy a look, like, really? Really? That's where you're going with this?
You would not understand, you petty man.
Well, I guess I don't. Sorry.
I am curious though. Why her in particular?
As I just said, you would not understand.
But I'm not a man, so I was just making sure that the petty thing was, whether that was, sexist or not.
Cool. Yeah.
Mal looks at Irina and then she's like, I mean, don't you get a say in this? I feel like the lady should get a say in this. You being like a powerful lord and that. I mean, just not proper otherwise.
She will come around in time. And she looks. He looks at her. I should be more prepared. There it is. Yeah. So I just need to quickly roll that. Yep. Cool. DM life. Yes. I am a good DM, I swear. Yeah. So he looks at her and says, "Won't you?" And her look wavers. So she's literally stood there, a rapier in each hand, in the defensive fighting position, and she has a really stern look on her face, and as that look wavers, and her hands slowly start to lower the swords, and she stands up properly, and then she sheathes the swords, bows her head, and yes, my lord.
On.
And then she starts walking towards Strahd. And Strahd just stood there with his hand held out.
No, that's not right.
Charm spells. I feel like that may be what's happening now.
Well, let's not just stand there. Mal's
why
gonna
I'm-
try and
Is
hold
Mark
Irina back.
Make a strength check to try and essentially grapple Irina.
Can I help her?
Nice.
Yeah, you can give advantage by also trying to hold her back.
I would love to if I can.
So you may roll with
is Mark
advantage.
reacting to any of this?
Ismark is stood there in shock. He doesn't understand what's happening.
Oh, that's not
Ooh,
great.
That's something I need to try and
That's a
remember.
7 on the dice because strength was my dumb stat.
Did you roll with advantage?
Hmm?
Did you roll with advantage?
Oh no, I keep forgetting I had advantage. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, that's better. That was a 13.
No.
So at 13, she is able to easily break free. And she continues to stroll towards Strahd.
So Strahd is about 50 feet away, that's correct, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so on the way, not the most civil matter to do, but I will cast Spike Growth in front, just about 5 feet away from her on the ground.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, it becomes difficult terrain.
Wow, extreme. Extreme measures Ravenheart, my dude.
Well,
Okay,
we're doing this, hey? All right.
cool. So, roll me 2d4.
2d4.
Yep.
Jeez. The other one is... Where is it? Come on. There you go, you little caltrop. That is in total a 5.
Cool. Okay. So, Irina takes 5 points of damage and continues walking. And at this point, I think, for mechanics purposes, let's just jump into initiative.
I was worried you'd say that.
Now, can everyone see their name in this list?
No.
No.
Awesome.
No.
Cool. We still have that problem on Roll20. Fantastic. So,
Which should we still be seeing the map of Barrovia at this point, or are you going to move us onto a different map for the combat, or what's the crack?
yes, actually, that's a good point. I'll just drop it. I've got a blank battle map here.
Cool.
That will do.
Does Irina not take like a bunch more damage than just?
She would probably have stopped after the 5 feet.
Nope, she's still walking.
Because it's for
But
every
we're going
5
in-
feet travel,
Yep.
and it's 20-foot radius.
Yep.
So if she keeps going, she takes the damage more than once.
Yes, multiple
Yeah.
times.
But we're jumping into
Yep.
initiative, so I guess it depends on how
So-
much she moved during her turn.
I was very much hoping she would get snapped out of it. That was an oversight, to say the least. But this isn't good.
D&D.
Ravenheart regrets his life choices.
Oh, there is something that's coming, and you'll notice when it happens. And it
Oh,
will
no.
happen very shortly, depending on
no.
the turn order.
Oh no.
Gilroy is scared for his life.
So if I just measure out.
Oh, I've just
50 feet.
realised my AC's gone up as well because
Did your dex go up?
Yeah, I put my dex up for my level up. I just haven't actually updated my character sheet yet, so I forgot to.
Gilroy, you have updated your your current HP, but not your max HP.
I'm sorry?
Roll 20.
I'm not sure what you
Because
mean.
that's why there's a little plus sign to the right-hand side of the yellow bar.
Of the yellow bar. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean?
I'm sorry?
So above your token, there's a green bar, and it has a little plus sign on the right-hand side of it.
I don't see my token. Oh, there you go. Oh, wow, okay.
It means that you've got more HP than your max HP.
Oh, okay,
So you've
yeah, you're right.
your max HP, you've just updated your current HP.
And how do I do that?
You'll need to click on the cog, like on the little cog when you click on your token.
Yeah, you click on the cog, and then you update both sides of bar 1 instead of just the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Which is
I see.
So essentially the left-hand side is current, the right-hand side is max. That's the way I think of it.
Gotcha.
I think the circle should be double that size.
It's
it's 20 feet radius.
20-foot
20
radius.
Which means
this
a
should
40
be
foot
5
diameter.
foot. Oh. Shut up, Siri. What the fuck do you even want? Go away.
So Siri just wants to be included.
Yeah.
For a talketh.
I was just saying, you can change your current HP quite easily just by clicking on the token, but to change your max HP, then you have to open the thing properly. Otherwise, it has that little plus sign to show that you've got more HP than your max HP, like temporary and stuff.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Right, so
I did a lot of that using Roll20 when I was being a DM and fiddling about and everything.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
I have readied the battlefield.
That's very interesting.
What's interesting?
Strahd's inside
What's
that area.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes 5
Yep.
HP.
Well,
Only if he moves. Right, cool. So,
No,
yeah.
when a creature moves to or within, alright, yeah. Fair enough.
Add turn.
So now we just gotta put up. Crap, what did I rolled the thing, but I didn't check. It's plus 2. Okay, cool. I knew we'd need the tokens for these guys.
Oh, crap.
And add 10.
Ooh, it auto adds it. That's
Cool.
very nice.
So.
It won't let me add it. I say it won't let me add my initiatives. Oh, there we go. Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's a bit of a funny one, the turn order, because whenever somebody else puts a number in and presses enter, it resets the turn order. So anyone else who was typing, it just clears it out. It's a very
Gotcha.
a very strange one.
Finicky, eh? Okay, cool.
Yep.
And Bismarck has the same stats. And also roll the same as well. Strahd, however, has different stats. Strahd has very good stats, in fact. Alright, if you just want to roll for Luke for me as well.
Oh, yeah, sure. Where's my d20? There it is.
Are you going to put names on your NPCs / vampire? So we know which one's which?
we get to
The
live in
vampire
blissful
has
ignorance.
one. Nameplate.
So you get blissful ignorance confusion that Discord dropped me.
I was just thinking, you guys live in blissful ignorance.
I'm still here.
Irina. Nameplate and C.
It seems good. Roy has cast a Vanish.
Smart. Nameplate and C. There we go. So,
You missed the B out of his name.
Mr. What?
I said you missed the B out.
Cool. So, Strahd is first to respond to this area being cast around him. And let's see. What will he do?
What crimes will he commit?
TPK.
Strahd is loose in the turn order. What crimes will he commit now?
Oh, dear.
So, yes.
Trying to see, because he should have something there. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah.
I'm
Cool. So this here actually works out quite nicely. Because we're going to copy that and
Well,
we're
that
going to
doesn't
paste
sound
it
good.
there. And we're going to change the colour of it slightly. And we're going to put it there. Cool.
Oh, don't like that.
So anyone within that area needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
2,
Saving throws.
4,
Oh, good. Saving throws are
6,
great. I have a 0.
8. And can anyone tell me?
Oh, wow. Well, a 19. Good lord.
Okay.
Gilroy's extremely dexterous today for some reason.
Oh god, this dice is going to the naughty dice corner. That's 7 altogether.
Okay. So Gilroy succeeds,
nine-
Mal fails, Apricot
19.
succeeds.
Let me check what it is for the Mastiff again. Don't have that open at the current time. There we go. Mastiff.
Actually, you know what? I need some of that.
And Luke will have gotten an 18.
Cool. So the Luke saves as well. What was your score, Ravenheart?
15.
Okay. So Ravenheart and Mal are the only two to fail this check. Can anyone tell me, I wonder, what spell takes 8d6?
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, pardon?
Yes, exactly. So this entire area is engulfed in flame as he casts a fireball for 26 points of fire damage. So Mal and Ravenheart take a full 26 points of damage. The rest of you take 13 points of fire damage.
Well, ow.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
This be bad. This
So-
is bad, folks.
Are you guys still up at this point?
Oh, and
I'm
make
still
a
up,
save,
barely.
actually.
Oh,
I'm very singed.
okay, good. All right. That's good.
Free action, Apricot just would like to
Feathers
go.
breath. Feathers
What? I didn't do anything!
So
Kind of thing.
the fire clears, and you notice Ismark is on the floor.
Oh, good lord.
Mal swears very loudly in every language she knows.
So, for those who did succeed the saving throw, how much damage did they take?
If you didn't succeed, it's 26 points of damage. If you did, it's 13. So Ravenheart takes 26, and Luke takes 13.
So Luke's down, right?
Luke's dead, yeah.
You killed a puppy. You are so lucky somebody else isn't here right now.
Unconscious for
Dead,
now.
Or is he like full on dead, or is he just like incapacitated?
So neither of them will be full on dead as yet. I will give both Luke and Ismark death saves. Because they are player control, essentially. And Ismark is... You've just been told that he's the one that's going to help you against Strahd. So, yeah, otherwise he
I
would
have
have
a
just been
trick.
dead.
It's okay.
So yeah, you can't kill the guy that's meant to help us.
Yeah, I can.
Cast your mind back with me to another campaign where we murdered a beloved and very much necessary NPC with fire.
Yeah,
And
this
not
one's
knowing
not
was
as necessary though. See,
But they made up his brother. It's fine.
No, I'm talking about the one. I'm talking about
the
the
one
you
that
were
Jace
responsible
killed. Yes,
Yeah,
but yeah, that
hold it back. Again, it was fine.
that one was a completely different scenario though. This one, Ismark can quite happily die.
Anyway,
So yeah, that happened. Apricot, what are you going to do?
she is not a happy camper. Not that she's ever been camping, but it's a phrase.
Camping.
In fact, actually, what I'll do, I'll make a... Yeah, that's fine.
She's kind of weighing things up very quickly because she only has 6 seconds, and she's just kind of like looking at the damage and looking at Strahd and. So what was two? And then I have to very quickly look at my character sheet again. There we go. Okay. That was not what I was expecting, but then never mind. Totally getting confused with the spells that we were using on Sunday and the spells we're using today. But yeah, I guess we're gonna firebolt Strahd. Because
Okay.
he sends fire my way, I'm gonna send fire his way and do a lot less damage.
Cool.
Because I'm not as strong as you.
Well, make an
gonna
attack
try.
roll.
Okay. An attack roll. Come on, you can do this. It's not bad. Where did it go? What do I add to that? That's an unnatural 20.
Nice, yeah. So that's going to hit him square in the chest.
Cool. I have no idea how much damage Firebolt does.
Firebolt is a D10 at your level.
Okay. 1d10. Which one's the d10? That one. It's a 6.
Cool.
Half the damage you dealt to me. Yeah.
Actually, I've got his up on here. Yeah.
Don't think I have anything I can bonus action do. So, I think all my spells are actual actions or reactions.
Cool. Okay.
And I only have one. Oh no, I have 3 first level spell slots. Why do I think I've only got 1? So, thinking of something else. I don't think.
Ismark makes a death save. Cool.
Let me just.
Irina takes another step forward. Ravenheart, if you wouldn't mind rolling me 2d4, please.
Where did I get them?
He's gonna die.
That's a 5.
Cool. She hits the deck. Malika.
Cool. Mal has not got this far in life by not knowing when to fold it. So Mal is gonna flare softly, and she's gonna crawl over. Well, stumble. She's still up, but barely. She's gonna stumble over to Ismark.
Can I very quickly? Yeah. I was just going to say, I was going to move during my turn. I was just busy checking if I had bonus actions.
Alright, yeah, you can move. Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm going to go this way. So I'm out of any other...
Yeah, area of effect.
Yeah, if they try and hit everybody else, they can't hit me as well. That's pretty much it.
I'd like to try. I'd like to make a roll to try and stabilize his mark, please.
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Okay, let's try the dice I haven't rolled today. Maybe that will be nice to me.
Can I see her doing this?
I mean, she's not trying to hide it, so.
I guess I can't speak out of my turn, can I?
You can kind of speak out of turn, yeah, but you wouldn't be able to offer any kind of assistance from the distance with that.
No.
That sort of thing.
So I'll say, I'll look at Malika and say, "Save the dog! I've got him. Trust me."
Okay, and she will trust him then.
Okay.
So, okay, fine. Before she makes the how much movement have I got left? Shit.
You were only about 10 foot away from there, weren't you? Because you were here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you'd move 10
Yes.
foot. So it'd be 20 foot to get to there.
Make it to him.
I am a dwarf, so I do not have that much movement speed.
Damn.
Yeah, 25, isn't it?
Yeah, but I would have moved 30 altogether. If I moved to where Luke is. So
Well,
that's
you-
not so I don't have the movement for that.
You've only moved 10 foot so far, haven't you?
Yes, but it's 20 foot to Luke.
No,
Oh,
it's,
right,
it's
is
10
that
foot.
altogether?
Yeah. It's 10
Right,
foot
sorry,
to-
I was getting confused. I was like, okay, right, that's fine then. Yes, I do
Yeah.
have movement
So
speed.
that would be total movement that
I
you've
didn't-
used.
I wasn't sure if that was like total or if that was like the arrow. I'm not with it this week. Okay, fine. In that case, she's going to choose to trust Gilroy, and so she kind of makes a points at you gesture, and then goes over to Doug. And I guess I'm going to roll to stabilize the
Roll your
dog.
medicine. Yeah.
I should have stuck with my first roll, but that's what I get. So that was a. Let me just check what my wisdom modifier is. That's a 7 altogether.
7 is not enough.
Okay. Okay, Mal is going to swear, and then she's going to and she's going to yell at the others. We need to get out of here. It's a lost cause at this point. Retreat and regroup. And that's the end of my turn.
Cool. Gilroy.
So Gilroy will run over to Ismark and kind of kneel and lower, and he'll place his hands on his chest, and his hands will kind of glow a little bit even, and he'll cast Cure Wounds, but he'll use Circle of Mortality, which means that he restores the maximum HP instead of rolling rather than.
Cool.
So instead of rolling, I would just immediately restore. At level 2, 16, 19 hit points to his mark.
Cool. Awesome. So his eyes flutter open, and he seems very appreciative of that. And he seems also very burnt.
You got hit with a fireball.
Cool. Anything else with your turn, Gilroy?
We all did. Yeah, I just want to make sure I can't do anything else. I don't think I can.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Ravenheart. You are very beat up.
I am very much aware of this. I will use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Luke.
Okay, cool.
Let me just roll via. That would mean 11 hit points.
Yeah, so I believe that puts him back up to maximum.
Puts him back up to 5.
He gains
After
11.
which,
5.
Cure Wounds works on yourself, right?
It does, yes.
You can't cast.
I was going to say you wouldn't be able to do it in the same
right.
turn though, because they're both leveled spells. So the way it works is you can cast either a leveled spell and a cantrip, not two leveled.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
I have Cure Wounds, but I don't have Healing Word.
Wow. I forget, is there any way to sort of treat wounds outside of spells?
No.
Medicine check. But you wouldn't be able to do both in the same turn, would you?
Well, you wouldn't be able to restore hit
No.
points with a medicine check in like a 6-second
right,
period.
right, yeah.
That's more for stabilizing someone.
Yeah.
If you had a potion of some sort,
I
you
was
could
gonna
drink
say
Yeah.
potion.
A potion would help.
I do not have one of those. Lucky.
No.
I will instead, in case, if that's the case, since I can't really move much, I'll sort of weakly hold my scimitar with my arm with completely sort of like singed feathers and all. I will pluck a feather from my arm and then point the scimitar at Strahd while yelling, "You messed with my dog." And then sort of like hand goes limp and sort of just sort of slumps into himself, and then I will end my turn there.
Cool. What is Luke going to do?
Let's assume I've trained him well, and he will try to run away as far as possible. Which, let me see, Master's movement. Oh, jeez, where did you find that? Oh, yeah, speed 40 feet.
Oh wow, that's good speed.
So that would mean. I'm sorry, Apricot, but he knows you. Run all the way over here.
Cool. And we get back to Strahd's turn. So let's just have a quick look at this again. Becomes difficult terrain. So difficult terrain uses double movement. Cool. So Strahd is going to rush over to Irina. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is going to be 10d4.
Okay, I'm going to not roll that this way. I'm going to.
Don't just roll on d4.
I'll do it on roll 20.
Cool.
27.
So that, and then he proceeds to pick up Irina.
As you do.
As you do, yeah. And I just need to check here his spell list again. Cool. Now, so Gilroy's leading down with his mark. Right, Malika and Ravenheart, make perception checks for me.
Gosh.
Perception, he says.
Come on, dice, be nice to me.
Unnatural 20.
Oh, they were nice to me.
Hey,
Okay.
nice.
So that is a 26 altogether.
Cool.
Old cat.
I have very high perception.
Really?
Well, no, that's a 20. Awesome. Yeah, so you will hear Strahd saying to Irina, "You'll be fine, my love," as he stabilizes her. And she's still unconscious, but not at risk of complete death. And then he turns his back to you guys, as if to walk away.
Interesting.
Apricot.
He's leaving, right? So should we just, not antagonize him further? To
I'm
kind
just
of
going to
get.
point out, you are the only one who slung a spell in his direction.
Because you said, "On my way." Play with fire. You play with fire.
Ravenheart will, in a voice that is very unlike his normal soft-spoken voice, just yell, "Kill the bastard!"
Mal looks possibly more disturbed at that than anything else that has happened to us so far.
God.
We're having a proper John
That's
Wick
fine.
moment here, man.
I have reasons and stories for where all those voices came from.
Firearm.
I'm very excited. Too much stories. Mal's just like, I can't stand, you can't stand, he can't stand, pointing at Bismarck. Ismark.
I might just change his name to Bismarck.
that will be worse. Please don't.
What am I gonna do now? You told him not to.
There will come a time when we
Pointing at
destroy
Ismark.
him. Yeah. There will come a day when we will destroy Strahd. Today is not that day.
Yep, what he said. He's good with the words.
He's not even paying you any attention at the moment. After he threw the fireball, his sole focus was on Irina. As if he doesn't consider you guys a threat. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I was saying that to Raven.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what's Apricot going to do?
I don't know. Not having a clue. I feel like. We're good enough. Yeah, she's just gonna kind of. If he's not paying us attention, so he's just gonna kind of. I'm gonna come back, and I'm just gonna cast Cure Wounds on Ravenheart for now.
Cool.
So let me just remind myself how that works. There it is.
You have to touch somebody and then.
28. Because I only have first level spells.
Yeah.
Plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is +5.
Wow, nice.
7 + 5.
12 hit points. Nice.
You get 12 HP back.
Off.
And is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't stick my tongue out of it. Strides back though.
So Ismark kind of looks around a bit and then sees Strahd holding Irina. He will leap to his feet and rush over. Ravenheart, 4d4 please.
Oh, no. Please roll. No! Why?
And Ismark falls to the ground. Be just in front of Strahd, or just behind Strahd in this case. Cool. Malika.
Mal's just kind of like staring at the fourth wall like she's on The Office. Just sort of like that exact look. Mal just kind of like sighs and she rubs her temples and she's like, "We'll get him after Strahd is out of earshot."
How long do you last for? Apricot just kind of ponders this as she's healing Ravenheart. Like, how long do those spikes last for?
That's a good question.
I think it's about an hour. It's either an hour or a minute. It'll last for this entire combat, one of the two.
Someone's gonna have to go in and get him.
It's at least 10 rounds.
Yeah.
The minute is 10 rounds.
Can we fish him out with some rope?
I was thinking that actually. I don't have any rope, but that thought.
If you want to try that, feel free. But yeah.
Just
Want to know how to make a lasso?
It is a concentration spell. So Ravenheart can just get rid of it whenever he wants.
Is it?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
So-
concentration one, so
It is up to 10 minutes, but it's also concentration.
that's true.
Ah.
So
Yeah.
I guess I know what I'll do on my next turn.
But you can drop concentration at any time.
Oh, well,
Oh,
don't want it anymore. Well, had I known that, I would have done that before he ran in there. I couldn't have that. Oh, what's done is done.
what your spells do?
Okay,
Cool.
I do not have enough movement to get to him anyway. I guess for my turn, Malcolm's gonna sigh and she's gonna be like, okay, when Strahd leaves, we'll grab his mark, I guess, and figure out what we're gonna do next.
Do we head back or?
I mean,
Suppose the difference, whether we're near Valaki or the camp we were at.
no, we got to go to the Valaki. The woman's keeping something in our basement, right? That we need.
the sun sword, yes.
So okay, we wait for Strahd to leave. We get his
He's gonna
mark.
get Arena.
I
yeah.
get a drink and some salve for all these birds.
I mean, we've seen what he can do. It seems like Irina, and I hate to say this because I mean it's a terrible thing, but it seems like Irina is somewhat of a lost cause at this point. He's going to take her. Now, whether we can get her back in the future, that's something.
Remains to be seen.
For now, she's kind of gone. It seems.
I
Okay,
know,
so
hence why I'm saying we're not going to go after Ismark till Strahd's out of the way, otherwise he's just going to run after him again, like an idiot.
is anyone
Yes,
going to take any actions within the realm of combat?
Mal doesn't have any plans to. Her plan is basically let Strahd walk away for now, because otherwise we're going to die, and then we're no use to anyone dead. That's kind of her thinking currently. Also, she kind of wants to discuss what she heard Strahd say when he bent down to stabilize Arena.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear that.
Apricot will go and stabilize his mark, not wake him up, because I just realized I have I get extra D4 to medicine checks as a racial trait that I forgot about. So
Okay. Cool.
so I get better anything. So on my turn I would stabilize but not heal, so that he just run off.
So you are basically just going to stand by and watch Strahd jump on Nightmare, on the horse even, and fly away.
Yeah.
I don't think we have too many
It's
other
not
options. Yeah.
we're good.
Okay, so Strahd heads back to his horse and he drapes Irina gently over the back of this horse, mounts up and flies away, without even so much as a second look back.
This will not be the last time we see him.
Yeah, so if you just want to roll quickly there for stabilising Ismark,
No.
should be able to do it with a d20 and a d4.
Yes, I will do that. Let's use Jace's dice. I haven't used Jace's dice today.
While she's doing that, can I go over to Luke? Excuse me, Luke, and cast Cure Wounds at level 1?
He should.
Luke is fully healed.
Oh, is he fine? Okay, I'm
yeah.
sorry. Okay, I apologize. Okay. Does
Yeah,
anybody
'cause-
else need healing?
Ravenheart,
Please.
Apricot, and Malika all need health.
I will.
And
heal
yourself
Malika.
as well, unless you've managed to heal up, as you were damaged as well.
Was I?
You were in the
Yes, you were in
fireball.
the
Oh, I was.
blast
You're
radius of
absolutely
the
You
right.
took
I was.
13 points of damage.
That's true. That's right. I forgot about that. Oh my god.
I got 11 medicine.
Sorry.
I only got an 11, but that should work, right?
Yeah, anything over a 10 for a stabilization check. So
I
yeah,
really need that.
so Ismark is stable but still unconscious at this point in time. And yeah, Strahd is riding off in the distance.
That's horrible. Malika can get 5 points back.
Greatly appreciated. Thank you. It's better than a kick in the teeth.
I rolled 2 1s.
Always fun.
Yeah, the lowest I could possibly get. Sorry.
Oh, hello. Well, Purge is dawn. Thank you for following, buddy. Thank you.
Please.
Well, welcome to Barrovia.
Yeah, I want to go.
So yeah,
I got you.
you guys find yourselves in this in the middle of this road, yeah. And yeah, what would you like to do?
Well, that did not go as planned.
It wasn't ideal. No.
What?
Am I waking up now that he's gone?
No, Ismark
Yeah,
won't wake
but
up until he receives healing.
Before we do, because I don't think Ismark's going to take kindly to what I've got to say. Did anyone else hear what Strahd said when just before he took Irina away?
I think I did, but I can't recall what he said.
I don't think I heard that, my character. I don't think Gilroy heard that.
Oh, yeah, I did roll 20 on that perception, but I can't remember what was said.
I mean, it was something like, "It's gonna be all right, my love."
Yeah.
But he sounded like genuine. Like, I mean, like he meant it.
Well, it did.
Like that's weird, right? Does that strike anyone else as weird?
Very.
Not really.
Maybe he really does love her. I mean, regardless of the fact that he is evil, clearly.
And love.
It's not mutual. It's not love.
That's what he said.
Well, no, I'm not saying she loves him. I'm saying he loves her.
It's a very
It's more of an
twisted way of showing that you love someone. I mean, like,
It seems like it's more of an obsession than a love.
That's just vampires for you.
I don't know.
Vampires
It's just
are-
it's weird. It's
It is
weird in a
weird.
way that I don't know. I can't explain it.
Oh, I don't like
Anyway.
it either. I agree with you. It's creepy. It's not right.
In your opinion.
Well, a love should be between two people, not one person for the other.
But
You
she
shouldn't
went
have
for
to
him.
use spells. But yes, but you shouldn't have
I
to
don't
use
think-
spells to make somebody
I don't
love
think she went because she wanted to. I think
I don't
he
think
must
she
have
did
done something to her, right? Looking at the two mages in the party.
It seems to me that he charmed her, or did something to.
She was most
Shame.
likely.
What do you mean two mages in the party? That was pretty much the kid who's magic.
Oh, that's true. You did just cast Firebolt. I think it's just because I keep forgetting that Artificer is a caster class. I'm just kind of here like,
Half-caster.
okay, so there you go. You do not have the rank of caster. You are part of this council, but we do not grant you the rank of caster, Anakin.
Well,
Yep, and with that comment, we'll leave it there for this week.
As a bit of flavour as well, Ravenheart will pluck another 3 feathers and add them to a staff.
Oh,
Cool.
Molting.
Well, he did just get very
Sorry.
Yeah, time is getting on there, obviously, so
Yes.
we'll leave it there for this week, and we'll pick this up next week. And yeah, things will be happening with Ravenheart, which I shall begin to describe next week, and then we'll discover what actually happens to Ravenheart when he returns. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. Oh, definitely not as much. No.
Fun.
Fun for me, not for you.
Wait, that's D&D. The DM has fun,
Yeah.
usually. Everyone else doesn't.
Everyone else dies horribly.
Or was
So,
it
yeah.
traumatized horribly?
That scenario and diplomacy.
So thank you to everyone watching along at home with in chat. We are here every Friday. No, it's every Saturday, 7 p.m. GMT. Do feel free to come back next week. Until then, I'll see you all later.